Vic here with the Move Miami channel. Welcome back. I want to cover the sell side process in today's video. So I'm going to take you through what our clients do when they call us and say, hey, we're looking to sell our homes, all the way through closing on that particular transaction. Let's cover the first section, which is valuation and pricing. Okay, probably the most important thing when selling a home is the pricing. Okay, a valuation is only good for a snapshot in time. So what I tell my clients is, when I run that pricing, and I call it a comparative market analysis, is that it's only good. That's what it's telling you for that particular period of time. But from when we do that valuation up until we list the home, your agent should be conducting a separate or an update to that analysis just prior to going to the market, because I give my clients a range. Hey, this is what the house is worth, ballpark. I take the comparative sales of the most recent sales, and I also look at what's active on the market, because typically with those, a blend of those two, you can kind of figure where your home's gonna move based on the price per square foot and based on what your competition is. So I give my clients a range, and then I update everything right before we go to market, and I try and figure, hey, if there's competition, then hey, you probably gotta be a little more aggressive. You wanna be the most desirable property when you go to market of the homes that are comparable in your range to attract the most amount of buyers and ideally create a bidding war, okay? And if there isn't anyone there, then that's when you can actually, price it a little more aggressively and go upwards. Because if there's nothing else out there and you're the most attractive one out there, then you can push the envelope a little more and go a little higher and price it closer to what market value is. I just perfectly executed this at a home that I'm selling in West Miami. I priced it, just below market value of what I think it would appraise for. I know there's no competition. I scaled it up a little bit, and we've had 6 offers, just everyone competing against each other and outbidding each other to achieve an exorbitant result, in my opinion, above ask price for my clients. We're going to inspections today, but they listened to me. Even though they wanted to net this number, they were cognizant and trusted me to price it lower than that, and that's what's achieving these great results. So the other problem that most people have, and most agents mistake, is that, hey, my client wants me to sell for X, and you list it for X, and then you're losing out on all those particular buyers who would have been attracted to your home had you priced it properly. So those people are all of a sudden not interested in your property because you took too long, and now you're gonna have to make an aggressive price cut to get down there. So all this is very important, and it's all about the pricing. So that's step 1, valuation and pricing. Step 2 is making sure your home is presentable and it's getting it, doing those little touches and feels to make it the nicest home possible. And that all starts with the tactical marketing plan. So I would say 1 is valuation and pricing, 2 is tactical marketing. And as part of the tactical marketing is to get your house in the light most favorable and to conduct what we call a tactical marketing plan. And then the tactical marketing plan with us today, in my day and age, I'm big on social media. I do stuff on social media to make it so that more people get eyes on your house. So if I can get more eyes on your house than your traditional, we always do the traditional. We're syndicated with Zillow. I do professional photography. I do email campaigns. We do direct outreach to our pool of buyers and people who we know within our sphere. We do direct outreach to all the brokers who've closed homes within a certain vicinity of your home in the last year to let them know, hey, this hot listing's coming out. If you've got anybody, let us know. That way, when we come and we first go to market, you've got a bunch of people there, and it's something that, it causes buzz. You reach out to the neighbor, tell them, hey, by the way, I'm coming out here. This home's gonna be listed, just to let you know. There may be some people parked in your driveway when we have this open house. Give me a call if you have any problems. Things I typically do to let the neighbors know, hey, we're gonna be in the area. So if you have any problems, let me know. Again, that's all part of the tactical marketing plan that we deploy. I go to social media. I have my drone videographer fly drones over the area. I have my film crew usually film a little skit and do something in the home to make it more attractive. If you've seen the Encanto skit, the Harry Potter skit, I'm having fun with this. So that's step 2, so tactical marketing. Step 3 is all about soliciting offers and negotiating offers. So you want someone who understands negotiations, and to me, this is actually my favorite step of the process. Although I have a lot of fun with the marketing, don't get me wrong, to me, negotiating is my favorite part about real estate. And you know, you got to understand where everybody's coming from. So one of the biggest and most important things that, you know, does your agent understand the contract? The purchase agreement is, you know, it's very long. It's something that I'd say if I polled all the agents in Miami as to how many of them have actually read the entire contract through and through, I guarantee you very few of them has read this 12-page agreement and any of the addendums, or a lot of the addendums that are in there. I'd say some do, but I'd say the majority have never read through the entire thing and wouldn't know what to tell you about some sort of conflict in that area. So having, you know, practiced law almost 12 years now, I can say I've handled disputes where, you know, people have had issues with this, as well as a lot of different things. My background's in litigation. I still have an active trial practice, and I do litigate things in court when problems arise. So understanding that when it's regarding a real estate contract, it's always about the contract. The contract dictates what happens. All the talk and everything that goes in between usually doesn't matter. The contract's what is going to carry the day, and how everybody performed or didn't perform as to what's in that contract. So again, if you're, you know, working on an addendum or working with another party about amending or changing a term in the contract, make sure you get a written addendum to that effect, because sometimes you could get burned. Like, hey, we had an agreement to extend the closing date by a day, and lo and behold, at the end, we're getting to closing, everyone's getting ready, and then the other side goes, I thought it was just a suggestion. Well, then you should have gotten the addendum in writing to let the parties know, to let the closing agents know that, hey, we're actually closing a day later. As consideration for that, they gave you something, you know, they gave you a little credit, they were okay with you pushing it back, and they let it happen. But again, all the contracts, you know, usually, typically, you know, is you have an offer, consideration, and acceptance, and that's you know, simple contract law. Again, soliciting, negotiating offers is important, because if you're sharp and you know what you're doing, you're going to be able to obtain backup offers. You're going to be able to use your skills in negotiating to be able to put your clients in the best position to succeed in this transaction, whether it be via having, you know, extra deposits, giving them some extra assurances, securities, shortening the inspection period. We can spend an entire day diving into the contract, but I don't want to bore everybody in this video. Just know that step 3 is all about solicitation and negotiating offers, right? Now, step 4 is all about diligence. So the diligence period, when you're the seller, is the period where you're just waiting for the other side to decide if they are going to move forward with the transaction. As my buddy Alex showed you in his transaction, and I'll drop a link to the video regarding the full life and the explanation regarding how we were able to sell his house for a significant sum of money above ask price. Go check out that video. It's going to be linked at the end of this one. And that part of the process, you kind of feel helpless to a certain extent as the seller, because you're waiting. But if your agents did the job properly, you will, in the best case scenario, have a backup offer ready to go. In Alex's scenario, rather than select one of the backup offers right off the bat, I opted to go back to market because I felt the market was still strong, and we were able to achieve more optimal results by going back to market and letting more buyers outbid themselves just because there was lack of demand. But again, the diligence period is that portion of time where the buyers are inspecting to make sure that they're going to get clean title to the home, and that there's no health or safety issues with the home. And if there is some sort of things that affect, you know, the insurability of the home. So if your home's going to be insured, the bank's going to want to make sure that the 4 major systems are in working order. So 1, that's the air conditioning, that's the electrical system, that's the roofing system, and the plumbing system. So if all those 4 are fine, you're going to ask your inspector to give you a 4-point inspection that says it is clear for your homeowner's insurance companies to be able to insure the property. Okay. And at that point in time, you're going to want to make sure if the house has hurricane protection, here that we're in South Florida, that they make sure that they put that the house has storm protection in, and they'll put a rider in so that you have a reduced premium because your home has storm protection, whether it be through the form of shutters or hurricane impact windows and doors. All those things help, especially even the roofing system. With how the roofing system's installed will give you certain credits from your homeowner's insurer. After the parties have gotten together and you're ready to close your deal, you're going to usually meet at the title agent's or the escrow agent's office. And typically before then, I've already put you in touch with an attorney or attorneys that we've worked with in the past that are going to review all your seller's documents, the closing documents, make sure that you're not paying any excessive fees that you're not on the hook for. Make sure your docs fees, surveys, financing, all the fees are right. They're just basically really good accountants that make sure everything's in the right place and you're getting good and clean and fair title to your home. Okay, so if you need any help with any of this or need recommendations on title agents or attorneys to review your deals, let me know. Shoot me a message in the comments or shoot me an email, and I'm happy to connect you with someone that we've used in the community. All right. And then lastly is the post-closing activities. Typically you close, you think you get your keys right away. That's not exactly true. Most deals say that you don't get the keys until the deal's funded. So make sure agents, people, don't close on Fridays. Unless you really trust your people, try and close on a Thursday, unless it's a Friday morning. Because the last thing you want is to close on your deal, things get tied up, the packets don't get out on time, and until the bank reviews all those documents and gives the green light and the seal of approval, you're not gonna get your keys. So little tip, close Tuesday to Thursday. You can close on Monday if you want to, but I'm telling you, Tuesday to Thursday, key days to close a deal to ensure that your clients get their keys before the weekend. So to recap the sell side process, there's 5 steps. We just covered them. Valuation and pricing, very important, most important. Step 2, creating a tactical marketing plan and executing. Step 3, soliciting and negotiating and selecting the best offer. Number 4 is getting through the diligence period, making sure to provide the disclosures to the buyers. And step 5 is closing and going through the post-closing activities. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want you to like the channel if you like the content that you're seeing, and comment if you have any questions about anything you'd like me to cover. Talk to you guys soon.